Lord Chaitanya, from different quotations of Vedas, he establishes that the Supreme Absolute Truth is person, is not impersonal. And so far Shankaracharya is concerned, he was ordered to preach Mayavad philosophy by the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the time being. It is not that this is the only process for realizing the Absolute Truth. There is a very nice story in this connection. There was a physician and his servant. So one day the physician was called by some person to treat his horse. So when the physician came, he asked, what is the matter? He says that the horse has suddenly swollen his throat, so please treat. Then the physician took a hammer and strongly struck the swollen portion, and it was at once cured. The servant saw, so this is the process of curing swollen parts of the body. So on that very day he resigned his service and he thought that now I have learned how to cure swollen parts of the body. And whenever he was called to treat such disease, he used to hammer over that swollen part and the patient died. So when he came to his former master, sir, you cured that horse, the swollen part, by beating hammer. But when I treat, it dies, the patient dies. What is the matter? So he explained, you nonsense, this swollen is not cured by beating. That was a special case. The horse took a squash while he was in the garden, and he could not swallow it up, therefore it was swollen. So I struck therefore, and it was broken, and the same thing. And his swollen is cured, but you foolish, you are simply striking on swollen parts. So this is there. Shankaracharya took a special measure to convert the Buddhists to come to Vedic process, because at that time everyone became atheists, following the Buddha philosophy void. Therefore, he had to preach that, yes, it is void, but that is truth. That void is truth. And this material manifestation, nirvana, that is false. Therefore, Lord Buddha taught you that finish these material activities, and your miseries will be solved. Shankaracharya said, yes, this is all right, but there is Brahma. But he did not describe the Brahma, whether he is person, or he has got pastimes, he has got many planets, and there are many devotees, because those fools were not able to understand. Therefore he took, for the time being, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while criticizing, I mean to say Shankaracharya, he is always taking care that it was not the fault of Acharya Shankara, because he is Lord Shiva, and he cannot make any mistake. But he was ordered to do so for the time being. Actually, Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his body is spiritual, he is person. The difference is that he is Satchidananda Vigraha. And so far the living entities are concerned, they are his energies. Energies. So the distinction between energy and energetic we have discussed several times. Energy is almost the same qualitative as the energetic. The same example. If the sun planet is hot, therefore the energy of the sun planet, sunshine, it is also hot. Sunshine, sun is illuminating, therefore the energy of this sun, a sunshine, it is also illuminating. So there are so many qualitative equality with the Supreme, I mean to say living entity. But the Shankaracharya's statement that we living entities, we are God, and now we are illusion in Maya. As soon as we become free from this Maya, we become God. That is not fact. You do not become God. But you are already in godly qualities to some extent, not fully. So when you are free from these material clutches, you attain your original quality, spiritual quality. And that spiritual quality you can serve, because service means the person who is served, he is also person, and the servant is also person. Otherwise there is no question of service. Service, whenever we say service, there must be a person to accept the service, and there must be one person who renders the service. Therefore, Dvaitavad, duality, this predominator and the predominated. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving evidence from Bhagavad Gita. Aparayo mitam stanyang prakriti vidyame param jiva bhuta mahabaho jayedam dajati jagat. Aparayam. Yam, before this verse, Lord Krishna has described that earth, water, fire, air and ether, they are my different separated energies. And beyond these separated energies, there is another superior energy. These energies are inferior, and there is another superior energy. So therefore, jiva, the living entities, they are described in the Bhagavad Gita as energy, not the energetic. विष्णु शक्ति परा प्रप्ता क्षेत्रज्ञाख्या तथा परा अविद्या कर्मसंज्ञा अन्या तृतीया शक्ति दृश्यते. So, what is this sound?
Someone's running some kind of machine.
All right. So, he is quoting another verse from Vishnu Puran, where it is stated that Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta, the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is also transcendental. Energy, that means of the same quality. The same example, just like sunshine and the sun, they are of the same quality. Similarly, the energy of the Supreme Lord, because the Supreme Lord is all spiritual, therefore his energy is also all spiritual. So we are the energy of the Supreme Lord, we are also all spiritual. Vishnu Shakti Paraprapta Kshetrajna Kya Tatha Para. Kshetrajna Shakti means these living entities. So they are also transcendental, superior. Avidya karma sangha anya titya shakti vishyati. And this material energy, it is the product of avidya. Avidya means ignorance or nescience. Now, the next question will be, whose ignorance? As soon as we say ignorance, there must be somebody who is ignorant. So who is ignorance? Now we find the supreme living entity is Krishna, and we, the subordinate living entities. So who is ignorant? Ignorant is the living entity. Not all living entities, but there is, I mean to say, tendency of becoming ignorant. Ignorant or forgetfulness. Ignorant we are not, but sometimes we forget. Just like under some disease condition, we forget. Or forgetfulness is the disease condition. Just like a madman, he forgets his identity, he forgets the identity of his family. Either you take this forgetfulness is madness, or due to madness he is forgetful, whatever you say. Similarly, this forgetfulness is also energy, another energy. That whose energy? Avidya. This is living entity's energy. The Mayavad philosophers, they cannot answer. They claim that we are God. But when they are asked, why you have become dog, they say we do not know. But here is the answer. They hide the reason, they know. But because they have to establish the Mayavad philosophy that there is no God, we are all God, therefore they pretend that we do not know. The real fact is that because we are, although we are energies, therefore we are prone to be in the darkness of ignorance. Just like the same example, it is very easy to understand that the sun sign and the sun, both of them are illuminating and warm. But there is cloud. And the cloud cannot cover the sun. The cloud can cover the sunshine. This is a fact. Everyone can understand. When there is cloud, suppose immediately there is cloud, say 2 miles or 3 miles above the surface, so we do not see the sun or the sunshine. Does it mean the cloud has covered the sun? No. Sun is so great that cloud's father says there is no capacity of the cloud's father to cover sun. It is not possible. Therefore, ignorance, here it is stated, avidya karma sanganya. This ignorance cannot cover God. That is nonsense. Ignorance covers the God's energy, living entity. Therefore we say that we are God, but now we have become dog. That is another ignorance. He is never God. He is the energy of God. This is the difference between Mayavad philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy. We should always know that we are energies of God, and because we are energies, there are so many things qualitatively equal. Just the same example, the one and the illumination of the sunshine and the sun planet is practically the same. But the sun is never covered by cloud, but the sunshine is covered. Sometimes, not always. Just like if there's sunshine, the immense sunshine all over the universe, a part of the sunshine is covered, not all. Similarly, a part of the energy, living energy, is covered by this Maya, not all. Therefore, there are millions and billions of liberated souls above this material world. Just like there is millions and billions of mind sunshine above the cloud. You go by airplane above the cloud is appear to be very insignificant. But sunshine, oh, so nice, sunshine. Similarly, when you are above this material world, Jyotir Gama, Jyotir Gama, Tamasi Ma, the Vedas inform you that don't remain in this darkness. Just try to get out of it. Jyotir Gama. Similar, just like the same way, aeroplane. As soon as you penetrate the cloud and go to the sky, you see, oh, there is immense sunshine. But while you are within the covering of the cloud, you say, oh, there is no sunshine today. We see as soon as you go, oh, today is very bad. The day is very good. But you are in the cloud, therefore you say, it is very bad. So similarly, those who are in the clutches of Maya, for them this world is very bad. You see? But those who are above this Maya, it is pleasant, because it is Krishna's kingdom. Anandamati vardhanam. So if you remain in Krishna consciousness, the cloud cannot touch you. And your former, your original Anandamaya Abhyasa, you become always joyful. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na suchati na kankati. One who is Brahma bhuta, he never laments or never aspires anything for material enjoyment. Samas service man, he becomes universal. He sees everyone on the same level. Oh, they are my brothers. They are part and parcel of my father. They are my brothers. Mada bhakti lavati param. This is Krishna consciousness. This is Krishna consciousness. So, Vishnu Shakti parapraktya, khetrajñakha tatha para, avidya karma sanyanya titya shakti. So this avidya, this ignorance, this forgetfulness is another energy. Another energy. So, just like the sun, cloud, this is also another energy of the sunshine. It is not different. When the sunshine warms the sea water, it evaporates and becomes cloud. Therefore, cloud is also another energy. So similarly, this material energy is also energy of God. But it cannot cover God. That is the difference. God is never covered by ignorance. This is nonsense. Those fools and rascals say that God, we are now covered. This is most rascal love. How, if you are God, how you can be covered by ignorance? Then what is your value of your becoming God? You are not God. You are, this is very nicely explained here, try to understand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that living entities, they are energy of God, they are never God. The Shankaracharya's theory is nullified by evidences from Vedic scripture, just like Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Puran. So never claim that we are God. There is most, the darkest part of your ignorance when you say that I am God. There is neither voidness, neither you are God. You are eternal, perpetual, blissful, but your blissful is now covered by this Maya. You get out of it, be one with Krishna consciousness, your life is successful. This is this theory. Henoji tattvalaya likhi parotatta achanna karile shrestha ishar mahatma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regrets that such a great difference between God and the living entity, and Shankaracharya has described that we are a god. Oh, that means he has diminished the opulence and value of God. Oh. Suppose if I call a third-class man His Majesty, then what is that? This word means His Majesty is misused. Oh, just like they are saying Daridra Narayan. The foolish Ramakrishna mission has discovered a word, Daridra Narayan, poor Narayan. Oh. Narayan, who is the husband of many thousands of goddess of fortune, he has become poor. Just see the theory. You can ask Nikhilananda, what is the meaning of Daridra Narayan? They have discovered, Vivekananda has discovered. Narayan has become poor. When you ask him, why do you call Daridra Narayan? They will explain like that, because Narayan is there, therefore Narayan has become Daridra. You see? Suppose a rich man comes into this store, so he becomes poor, just like us. Because he has kindly come here in this store, so because we are all poor men, he will also become poor man. This is the reason. But these are all nonsense. Narayan never becomes poor. The poor, poverty-stricken, all these things are all the jivas, are the living entities. Narayan is never poor. Narayan is never under ignorance. Narayan never becomes dog. We become dog. We become cat. You should always, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore regrets that this sort of philosophy propounded by Shankar is a great mistake, because he has minimized the value of the Supreme Lord. By making a dog a god, he has insulted God. Therefore this Mayavad philosophy is the most offensive activities of the living being. So you should be very, very careful, very careful. Enoji tattalaya likhi paratatta. And just study the ordinary living entities, and I am speaking of the absolute truth. Oh, this is the greatest nonsensical activity. Achanna karile sastha ishar mahatta. By this the glorification of the Lord has been diminished, and therefore it is a great offense. Vyasir sutrate kahe parinam bhav. Vyas bhranta bali tar uthaila vivad. Now, Vyasa Sutra means Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra begins from the very beginning. Janmadasya jataha. Janmadasya jataha means the source of all emanation. Now, this is clear, Janmadasya jataha, that Brahma is that from whom everything emanates. That does not mean, Parinambad means byproduct. Byproduct. Just like you, this is a tree, and this flower is the byproduct. Suppose the flower is there, and the flower becomes dried up and falls down. That does not mean the tree is lost. There are thousands of flowers are coming out of fruits and flowers, but the tree is there. Similarly, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Although this material manifestation, this world has emanated from Brahma, that Supreme Brahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that does not mean that he is lost. It is material conception. Just like you take some paper and you make something from that paper, that original paper is lost because it is material. But spiritually they cannot be lost. There are many material examples also. Just like the sun. The sun, we are getting heat from sun from millions and billions of years.